Hello everybody, this is me, Man201. Today we are reviewing Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Soundwave. So here we got him, and we're going to compare him with the Deluxe Class car. And here we're going to compare him against a Voyager Class car. About the same length. Alright, now we'll go a little bit closer in depth and detail here. Get a lot of battle damage on here, including on paint, because the paint part is this black that they used here. And the silver you see here, inside there. It seems like the battle damage, unlike Starscream, which is a dark gunmetal, this is almost the same silver as the paint up here. Which is an interesting design choice. Because I think Megatron's that gunmetal, and same thing with Shockwave. So it's kind of surprising to see that. I think Optimus is even like that, so... Huh. Let me get Optimus in the light real quick. Yeah, no, he's a darker gray. I'm going to say it's gunmetal, but dark gray definitely. So it's more like Skytread, because Skytread is silver. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you got the little cockpit right there, his weapons right there, and here's his other weapon. We'll talk about that later. And yeah, he has his landing gear there. And yeah, let's just get him into robot mode. So you just want to remove his weapons without... Okay, that just happened. This is a separate piece. It hasn't popped out on me before, so I'm honestly curious why that popped out on me now. Okay, so let's get the other one out. Okay. So now what you want to do is fold these back, but you gotta lift this chest area up. So he detabs from these tabs right here on his waist, tab into these tabs right here in vehicle mode. So what you want to do is lift the arms up just like that. There's a hinge right here. You want to kind of hinge it backwards. So then these bottom tabs here tab into those tabs I showed you earlier. So what you want to do, the motion you want to do is kind of go like that. Like that. Oh yeah, and then you want to fold these panels back, like so. Alright, we got that done. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to just leave all the upper body stuff for later. Right now we're going to transform the legs. So you just want to simply move this, fold that in, pull out the leg, fold that in, boom. Same thing on the other side. Boom. Rotate the legs. We got the legs. So now we're moving on to the upper body. So now put the landing gear back. Put it back. Move the arms up. You hear the tab for this side of the arm. And oh yeah, move this back like so. Turn the arm around. Pull out the hand. Do the same thing here, except you won't hear a click on this side. It just kind of stays in like that. This side will come out, but this side will stay secure. It's just because this side there's an actual special. There's like, you see where that peg is, and then on here it's not as deep of a hole as this one, which I think is why it doesn't stay in as well. That's my theory, anyways. Yeah, take out his hand, and now we're going to move this down. So once you pull that back, you want to flip out Soundwave's head. Boom. Fold that back. Hinge this because you want to pull right here so that stays. And you just hinge that like so. And before we say we're finished transforming him, gotta put his iconic shoulder cannon up here. And what you want to do is push this. Pull that out. And here we got Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Soundwave. And he looks great. Ooh. Only thing I have a problem with is the scratches, or like the paint, the battle damage paint, to look like cracks and scratches and shenanigans on them. I don't really care for them. But yeah, they just look like they really suck. It's just like, ugh. So yeah. So yeah, let's get with the transformation, or not transformation, articulation. So yeah, so let me get his arms can go up that far. You can't have his arm go right this, and no, I was surprised by this. You could literally just, boom. Amazing. One thing to note though, I noticed this, is each time you do that, you do this cassette thing, it will go lower, and it'll push this up, push his chest up to the point where it'll eventually get like this. And yeah, so it'll just kind of lift up a bit, but yeah, it'll kind of lift up a little. So yeah, so normally if you just do it the first time, it'll open up like that. It won't open up all the way. Let me do this. It'll just open up like that, which isn't like all the way or anything like that. It's just a little bit. So yeah, that's it. It doesn't really lock in. I don't know why. It doesn't lock in as good as it should. I think that's just because maybe they're just missing a tab, or it's just the force of this kind of forces it up. I have really no idea, but yeah. The weapons can combine to make this doopy looking rifle. I'll show you. You just combine that to the back here. Boom. And you got the doopiest looking rifle ever. Or I guess you can do that. That looks stupid. If you had Siege Laserbeak, which I do not have, you could put him on his arm. But you know what I do have? Cybertron Laserbeak. And he has a 5mm port. You put him on his arm, like so. And you got Laserbeak on his arm. That is great. And that means you could probably put it on Megatron's arm. That is also great. Let's see if we can do that. So let's get Laserbeak off Soundwave's arm and get him onto Megatron's arm. Yes, you can get him on Megatron's arm. That is beautiful. That's what every Megatron figure needs to be able to do. And Soundwave as well. But most figures usually fail at doing that, so oof. The only Soundwave figure I have in my collection that I think can do that with the Laserbeak, other than Siege Soundwave, is Cybertron Soundwave, which is the Soundwave that this Laserbeak is from. There was a Sound Blaster released, but it was in the Galaxy Force line, which is the Japanese version of Cybertron. And yeah, and I don't know if that came with Buzzsaw instead of Laserbeak. I'd have to look on TF Wiki. But yeah, oh yeah, no, let's get him up straight, and we'll just keep Laserbeak here. And we'll do a size comparison. So, Megatron being the tallest, we're putting him right here. Where's Shockwave? There he is. You know, hold on, I should actually move Megatron this way because we got our tallest leader. Okay, there we go. And let's actually back up for a second. Okay, so here's the Decepticons and how they scale. Flywheels being the smallest, Starscream's second smallest, Soundwave, then it goes to Shockwave, Megatron being the biggest out of them, and then we got Ultra Magnus. He's just the biggest figure in general, so that's why I have him right here. That should give a size comparison. And Prime is the same size as Megatron, so yeah, you know how that goes. So he is shorter than Optimus. It shows Shockwave. In this mode anyways. Because if you put all of his armor on, then he's taller than both Optimus and Megatron, but shorter than Magnus here. But yeah. That's just the size comparisons. But yes, yeah, that's size comparisons. And I can't remember if I went over articulation, so we'll go over that right now. I think I got too busy in the other shenanigans. Oh yeah, we did go over just one thing, which is where you can actually touch that button. Okay, he has double jointed elbows, so you can do it like that, or you can hinge it down more and like that. So that's nice, you get that double jointed elbow. It's at a weird angle though, which is interesting. More than 90-degree bend at the knee. Waist articulation, 360 degrees. Head can do a tilt. And look up that far, and look down that far. No wrist articulation due to transformation, just because they go inward. I wish they did how they did with Starscream, but, you know, oh well. You got ankle rockers, which are much better than Starscream's ankle rockers. And, oh yeah, that thigh swivel. Forgot to mention that. You can do the splits. Actually, a little bit greater than the splits, which is interesting. Oh yeah, his arms can do a full 360. Forgot about that. And upper arm has a swivel. And yeah, that's pretty much all the articulation this figure has. It's pretty damn good. Siege has been an interesting line, I will say, as we have gotten some really great figures out of this line. There hasn't really been like a real big stinker in this line, which is very shocking. But yeah, overall, Siege Shockwave or Soundwave, lols, is a good figure, and I would highly recommend him. And I'm just putting Shockwave here because I accidentally said his name. Lols. Yeah, Siege Soundwave is just a really fantastic figure, and I would highly recommend him. And yeah, they do look nice together, I will say so. But I can't wait to get Laserbeak so that I can put the cassettes in here. And yeah. Oh yeah, I might as well talk about this. I noticed his chest is super flat. When I was looking at the, I think it was the Toy Fair pictures or New York Comic Con, can't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it was Toy Fair. When they showed off that Sound Blaster for that 35th anniversary line, the chest I noticed was sticking out quite a bit further. So I'm theorizing it's we're getting a Sound Blaster figure. Or not, well, no, we already know we're getting Sound Blaster. I'm theorizing that you can hold 2 cassettes. Maybe 3, but most likely 2. I imagine Sound Blaster might come with the cassette, and if he does come with the cassette, I am theorizing it is, what's his name? Buzzsaw, since we did not get a Buzzsaw in Siege, but who knows, we could be getting it in a future wave, as we haven't gotten the Battle Masters, not Battle Masters, we already gotten those revealed for Wave 3, we haven't got, I don't even know, we got in the Wave 3 Micromasters, so it's Wave 4, Battle Masters haven't been revealed yet, or Micromasters, so who knows, we could be getting Buzzsaw in Wave 4. It'd be kind of weird though, like many ways after Soundwave. But yeah, Soundwave's a great figure. I recommend tracking him down. He's a much better figure in my opinion than the Starscream. But yeah, my only complaint really is no wrist articulation and the fact that his eyes are yellow and not red. Because every other Soundwave is always had the eyes the wrong color. The only one you could say had the right color was Cybertron Soundwave with the purple, because, well, that's how Cybertron Soundwave was in TV shows, so, like, okay. But if you look at, like, oh, and Red 2015 Soundwave, because his face was all red, and that's how it was in the show. But, like, Titan Return Soundwave had the yellow eyes. Even the Bumblebee movie Soundwave, which I thought was really weird because he had red eyes in the movie. I don't know. And then, what was it? What was another? Fall of Cybertron had no, not Fall. It was it was one of the other Cybertron games. War for Cybertron had it red when it actually should have been yellow, which is the one case where you're like, kind of like, oh, that's weird and interesting, but okay. But yeah, he's a good figure. He's definitely worth the $30. I got mine's off Amazon. Got him from $29.99, which is the retail price, which is what you'll find if you find them at Walmart, because Walmarts have them. But no, your Walmart might actually not have any at all, due to the fact that people already maybe grab them, whether it's just other TF collectors or scalpers. But yeah, because I've been seeing this guy go for like $60 on eBay and $50 on Amazon after like the initial stock went out. So yeah, I was able to get him quickly. Starscream I found at my local Walmart, as I think I was saying in that video. And with my Soundwave 2 Deluxes, I found them at a Walmart as well. Because we got like a crap ton of Walmarts over here. So yeah, wasn't able to find Soundwave there, so thanks to a member in the TFW forums, I was able to order him on Amazon. So thank you to that person, and yeah. And as always, been me, ManBat201. If you like the video, like it, comment, subscribe, share it. If you want to, and this is just if you want to, because I'm not like some YouTubers where I'm like, oh, I'm in the dire need, and you support my Patreon. But if you want to, you can. What it does is just pretty much helps the channel out. We can get some more expensive figures that otherwise I wouldn't normally get. And I do sometimes review if I do able to get them, like that Mezco Batman Beyond, that Hot Toys Ray, Masterpiece figures I have, which I've done a few reviews of, because I have Delta Magnus, got him actually a pretty good deal on him, got him for like $100. Rodimus, it's the Rodimus Prime one, which I will not do a review of. Blue Streak, which I'm just doing a review when the new one comes out. I'm going to get that thing out of the damn way. The original Bumblebee, G2 Sideswipe, Sunstorm, Hasbro version. And that's pretty much it for Man Piece. I don't have a whole lot. But, yeah, so yeah, that's what that does, and yeah. As always, see you guys in the next video. Peace.